Nico Iamaleava and the Tennessee Volunteers have their sights set on a college football playoff appearance this fall. This is my key 3-game stretch that I believe will help define year 4 of the Josh Heupel era in Knoxville. Hello, everyone. I'm Chris Phillips of SEC Unfiltered. Appreciate each and every single one of you tuning in. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button on YouTube. Check us out via podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. We're all across social media as well. And, of course, our website, secunfiltered.com. Be sure also, guys, to check out our friends over at Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app or go to prizepicks.com. When you do, use that promo code SECU at sign up for a first deposit match of up to $100. Year 4 of the Josh Heupel era is set to begin this fall, and all sights are set in Knoxville on a college football playoff appearance. And as we take a look at Tennessee's schedule, a schedule that I certainly would not call easy. There's no such thing as an easy schedule in the SEC, but dare I say it's manageable. And dare I say there is a path for Rocky Top to get to double-digit wins and make an appearance in a college football playoff. But with that being said, there are some roadblocks. There are some traps in this schedule, and there is a key 3-game stretch that I believe is going to go a long way in shaping who this Nico Iamaleava-led team is in 2024. So, guys, with that being said, let's pull up Tennessee's schedule here. And the beautiful thing about this conversation, guys, there really are no right or wrong answers, right? Because especially on an SEC schedule, there are a number of different pockets of games that'll go a long way in determining who you are and really truly could make or break your season, right? You could argue it's out the gate. I know you've got Chattanooga and Kent State in weeks 1 and 3, but that game against NC State in week 2, it's quite important. How about the SEC play getting started September 21st? At Oklahoma, at Arkansas, and then you've got the Florida Gators. How about later in this season when you've got the Kentucky Wildcats coming to Neyland, Mississippi State the following week, and then, of course, at Georgia, which is going to be a great litmus test of what you are and who you are in this 2024 season. But, guys, the pocket of games that I look at, again, you got the brand new quarterback in Nico Iamaleava taking over the reins. The offense should be electric, and I think Tennessee's got one of the best front sevens in not just the SEC, but all of college football. So I really, truly do look at Tennessee, and this is one of the beautiful things about an expanded college football playoff, right? This time last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever it might be, we'd be talking about Tennessee. Okay, well, can they get to double-digit wins and just have a nice season, right? Now, all of a sudden, we're talking about Tennessee. Can they get to double-digit wins and make a 12-team college football playoff? Because, guys, I know you would agree with me. You win double-digit games in the SEC, you're getting in that playoff, right? And so when you look at this schedule, there are a number of ways you can go with this. But there is a stretch of 3 games that I really, truly do feel is going to help define who this Tennessee football team is in year 4 of Josh Heupel. And it's that stretch from October the 5th to October the 19th. That 3-game stretch to kick off the month of October, and it is the entire month of October because, of course, Tennessee has a bye week in the final weekend of the month. So the month of October for Tennessee, at Arkansas, Florida at home, and Alabama at home. Okay? I mentioned at Arkansas, this is a game Tennessee should win, but it's a tricky game, no doubt. There's a bye week before this one, which helps Rocky Top, but you're coming off that Oklahoma game. This is one I think, guys, could be tricky. Taylon Green, Bobby Petrino, who knows what Arkansas is going to be. They're going to have nothing to lose. They're going to be a big underdog in this one, right? So, being able to go on the road, weather the storm. The next 2 games are really why this one for me, guys, is the key 3-game stretch. Here's the beautiful thing. In a 12-team college football playoff world, you can afford to lose a game or 2. and you're still going to get in the SEC. So you've got Georgia later in the year. Let's just go ahead and say that's a loss. That game's in Athens as well. Going to be really, really tough. Let's say that's a loss. So you've still got some wiggle room, but not a lot of wiggle room, right? Also, with these way too early spreads that came out, you're an underdog at Oklahoma, which I thought was wildly interesting. So this 3-game stretch, you've got Arkansas, a game you should win. You've got Florida at home. And I know we all expect Florida, or at least most of us do, to not be very good, right? They're dysfunctional. They've got issues. Who knows how long Billy Napier is going to last? Is he the head coach at this point? Honestly, you could debate that. But you look at this series, guys, against Florida. I mean, it's crazy. They've only beaten Florida in Knoxville, I believe, twice since 2005. We all know the struggles in the Swamp, but little did we know just how severe the struggles have been on Rocky Top as well. So this is always a tough game. The Tennessee-Florida game, it never disappoints, and especially after last year where Florida beat Tennessee in the Swamp, the Vols are going to want their revenge. But still, this is a tricky game. I know this is one Tennessee fans look at this game, and it doesn't matter how bad Florida is. You look at this game like, man, just got to get past the Gators. Just give us a 1-point win. Does not matter. Find a way in that rivalry game. And then the following week, you've got the Alabama Crimson Tide. And this is a game at Neyland Stadium. We all remember what happened last time. Alabama came to Knoxville, the 52-49 game. One of the greatest SEC football games we've ever seen in the history of the league. This is a game, guys. You take care of Arkansas. You take care of Florida. I mean, Tennessee very well could be undefeated at this point. They very well could. If you can win that game in Norman, then Arkansas and Florida, you're going to be expected to win both. We could be talking about a 6-0 Tennessee team taking on Alabama at home. Brand new head coach in Kalen DeBoer. Still one of the best rosters in college football, but still, what's Alabama going to be? So, when it comes to college football, playoff, get into double-digit wins, I think this is the 3-game stretch. This is the 3-game stretch for Tennessee. You go 2-1. If you go 1-2, it's off the rails, right? It's wait till next year mode in Knoxville. You go 2-1, I think you're still on the path. You go 3-0, and Tennessee's going to kick the door down in regards to, hey, we're here. We're a college football playoff contender. And at that point, guys, Nico Iamaleava is probably a Heisman Trophy contender. We're probably talking about Nico as a guy who was in the race for the Heisman. If he is having that type of year, if Tennessee is having that type of year. So, my key 3-game stretch here, guys, for Tennessee. Saturday, October the 5th at Arkansas. October the 12th against Florida. And October the 19th against Bama. I feel that is the key 3-game stretch that will help define who Tennessee football is in 2024. So when you look at the schedule, because again, there's a number of different ways you can go. When you look at the schedule, do you agree? Do you disagree? What's the key 3-game stretch in your mind? That most important 3-game stretch that you feel will define year 4 of the Josh Heupel era on Rocky Top. Guys, that's going to do all for me. Appreciate each and every single one of you tuning in. Again, guys, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button on YouTube. Make sure you check us out via podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us across social media and check out our website, SECUnfiltered.com. Until next time, guys, I'm Chris Phillips of SEC Unfiltered. Appreciate each and every single one of you tuning in, and we'll catch you on the other side.